this is long overdue. You know me and I've known.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vigo here, and welcome back to another episode of the World of Xenos. Yes, it's been quite a while, but oh well, here we are. Been caught up with basketball and whatnot. Anyways, here we are in Cielo, as you can see, the village in the sky. I think that's what it's supposed to mean. I'm not sure. I just made that up. Yeah. Anyways, awkward commentary to start. That's always the best. But for today's episode, we're not going to be doing anything spectacular. We're going to go across, we're going to build bridges and build huts while I talk about a certain topic. So today I'm just going to talk about, like childhood, I guess you can say, and like what games or, stuff like that kind of, got you through your childhood and, where those things are today. So that's kind of what I plan on talking about, if that made any sense at all. Probably not, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, it happens. But anyways, I have nothing else to discuss here. So let's go ahead and get started. So I think that this bridge here isn't going to be anything too much. I think I'm just going to probably do a 2x2 little thingy here and make it go all the way up. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do with that. But anyways, back to the little topic I was talking about. So when I moved here to my hometown, obviously I moved from Phoenix, Arizona to here. I moved here, and my neighbor and his brother, I'm not going to say their names for obvious reasons, but they really introduced me to the whole gaming sort of, world, I guess you could say. And they're the ones that really influenced me to start gaming. And it's funny because how I started gaming was that's a different story. Hold on. But how I first met them was because we're neighbors, and they're right there, and they have a fence in their backyard. And one day I was walking out there, and I used to keep turtles and whatnot, and I'd have some soil and whatnot, and it'd have the little white beads in it, if you know what I'm talking about. Pop them, squish them. And I told them it was turtle eggs, and they were like, "You give me a turtle egg, and I'll I'll give you a pocket knife." So I got a pocket knife from them for giving them quote unquote turtle eggs. So that's how I met them. But I really have to thank them a lot for everything, because they are the ones that influenced me to really start gaming and whatnot. And ever since then we'd been friends, and I'd always go over to their house. And the first things that I ever really learned to play with was probably Nintendo DS for sure. Yeah. And that's my first real like video game system and whatnot, is a Nintendo DS. So yeah, that's that. It's pretty nostalgic and whatnot. So that's why Pokemon has such a strong place in my heart, is because that's the first like game I've pretty much ever played, other than like PS2 ones, but those don't really quite matter as much as Pokemon does. So yeah, that's that. And from there, we'd go and play different things. I think our first was Bakugan, if anyone remembers that. Bakugan was our little thing. So yeah, it was Bakugan first. And I hate to say like a time in which we started that, because I honestly don't remember. So that sucks. But after Bakugan, I'm pretty sure. No, Yu-Gi-Oh was the first. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was the first, and we'd really played Yu-Gi-Oh since pretty much when I met them, honestly. So Yu-Gi-Oh is also a really, really big thing for us in our friendship and everything like that. So I'm thinking Bakugan did come after Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I'm almost certain of that. Yeah, Bakugan came after Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure. Did it? I honestly don't know. Oh well. Anyways, so yeah, after Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Bakugan, and honestly, I don't think we stayed on Bakugan too long. It may have been like just a little bit, but it really wasn't much. So that's what I'm thinking for that. And then after Bakugan, it was Beyblade, and Beyblade was our thing for quite some time. And mind you, this was mostly with my younger neighbor. He was like probably my best friend when I was growing up. So yeah, shout out to him. Anyways, so there's Yu-Gi-Oh!, Bakugan, and Beyblade. And usually what would happen is we'd play them for so long, and then eventually we would just get, kind of bored of them. So we would just, completely leave them for a bit. That happened a lot with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade. I didn't think it happened with Bakugan, honestly, because we played it for a little bit, and then once we got done with it, we were completely finished with it. So I think that's how Beyblade went. But it happened for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade a lot. But yeah, those three games right there also hold a very special place in my heart, just for all the memories that I have of playing it and playing each game. That's really where my first friend came from, was from these games. So I have a lot to thank for that, and there'll always be special things for me, and I'll always love them. So, like, I still play some not Bakugan, I still play some Beyblade and Yu-Gi-Oh! To this day, and of course I play Pokemon, which kind of also leads me to this. If anyone would like to see more games, such as, like Pokemon and, etc., then do tell me, because I honestly would love to start a Pokemon series. Just tell me a game, anyone, doesn't matter, but I need to know. And yeah, that's that. But do tell me, because if you would like to see that, then for sure I'm down. Yeah, anyways, back to what I was talking about. After that little, era, I don't really know what to call that. What kind of games are those? I don't know. But after the little Bakugan, Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh! Era, that's really when I started to become friends with Vase. And Vase introduced me to WWE and wrestling figures, and whatnot. And he also introduced me to Call of Duty. So I'd go over to his house and we'd play Call of Duty and whatnot. And we'd play with we'd play with wrestling figures, and this influenced me. This is why I got my first PS3, and with it I also got he also influenced me to start playing like basketball and whatnot. So basketball games and stuff like that is also what he kind of influenced me to do. So I got my first PS3 after going over to his house and being kind of jealous. So I finally got one, and I got NBA 2K11 with it, when it's like 2K14 was the current basketball game. So that's that. And I don't know, man. What else did I get? I don't know. Oh, I think I got Black Ops 2, I think it was my first PS3 game? Maybe? I think it was. I'm not real sure. I think it was. I think it was like Black Ops 2 was my first, Call of Duty PS3 game, that is. And I'd get so hooked on it, and I'd sit there, and I'd play with my uncle a lot, and he was a really good guy, and I'd go over to his house, and we'd go to the store, and, we'd get a whole bunch of different snacks and whatnot, and we'd just play Call of Duty all throughout the night. So those are honestly some of my best memories that I have as a kid, because, obviously that's a really good time. It's bonding right there. So I'll always love my uncle. Nothing's wrong with him. He's just, yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah, he's just not in where I live right now. So yeah, it's that. Now I gotta go over here and get my stuff, which is kind of unfortunate. I think it's like my third death. All in here. I think the other two were because of vase. It doesn't surprise me one single bit. Anyways. So there's that with my uncle. And that's how Call of Duty really got to be a big thing in my life. And what's next? I'm not sure. But, doing this, I'd pretty much always go, back and forth between the old games, such as, Yu-Gi-Oh! And crap. and Beyblade. And I'd always go back to those and, play with them for a bit and then just completely stop. Which is, yeah, that sounds about right. For any teen, really. Especially one with a low attention span, such as myself. But, so there's that. There's Call of Duty. And then, I think, near after is when I started playing Minecraft. So, hold on, I gotta think that. I started playing Minecraft back in February of 2012. No, February of 2013 is when I started to play Minecraft. And February 2013 is when Minecraft started to become a big thing for me. And I played on a Hunger Games server, I'm pretty sure. And of course, any, good little teen that doesn't know what they're doing, they're gonna go and buy ranks. So I spent $70 on that server. Goodness. And that was my thing at the time, and that's when I got really hooked to Minecraft. And I've really just played it ever since. And that's pretty much all the games that I've ever played. I'd go back to Minecraft here and there. I'd switch. And so it'd be different little games that I'd play throughout. And I mainly alternated between Call of Duty and Minecraft. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for that. And I really hadn't played too many games here recently. But last week, I actually, is for the first time, I played a game in the Uncharted series, and it was Uncharted 4. It came with my PS4, and I got that back in 2015, and I've just never played with it for some odd reason. I put it in one day, and I was like, nah, I don't really feel like it. And I do say, I really should have played it sooner, because the Uncharted series is amazing, especially Uncharted 4. I hadn't played any of the others. I plan to, though. And I spent 13 hours on it in 3 days. Not even 3 days, so it's insane. And I really love the Uncharted series. So that's pretty much new games that I've even come close to touching here recently. I really want to get PUBG. It looks really, really fun. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys can attest to that. And I don't know. It's just, it looks really good. I've been watching some videos on it, and I really need to get it. I could probably record that and, get some little funny moments from it. But, yeah, I don't know. That'd probably be a rather interesting, video, if I do say so myself. I forget even how we do these little things. Oh, what is it? I don't even know. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up. But, that's pretty much it for my whole gaming life and really all the stuff that brought me up as a kid. I'm pretty sure that's it. To be honest, I don't think I can really think of anything else. Any other major influences on me? I don't think so. At least I'm pretty sure not. Yeah, there isn't. But, that's my personal experience of what games, helped me grow up and, stuff like that. And I want to know yours. I want to know, what helped you, grow up in your childhood and blah, 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 stuff like that. Just the different variety of games that you played and stuff like that. I just think it'd be pretty interesting to find out other people's, ways of childhood. Yeah, I don't know. But, this isn't really working out. It's kind of hard for me to talk in such a deep manner and then, build on Minecraft and, actually think about what I want. Because, as you can see, this bridge is crap. I don't care. But that's pretty much it. And, for what I wanted to really talk about. And, just the whole topic of childhood memories with games and what games you grew up with and stuff like that. The influence that it had on you. So, please do tell in the comments what games, really did. Or it doesn't even have to be games. It could be like a show or something. Because, I didn't even touch on anime. And I could talk a whole, hour about that. So, there's that. It doesn't even have to be limited to games. But I just want to know childhood and what you really, fondly remember about it. So, that's pretty much it for this episode. Didn't really get too much accomplished. I built a bridge. Built a little divide. And I started work on another bridge that turned into be, a complete failure. So I'll probably tear that down and then rebuild it some other time. But that is it for this episode of the World of Xenos. If you all enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment about my topic and question that I asked you about, because that'd be cool. Cringy. But anyways, without further ado, I'll see you all next time.